So the lesson learned so far is the value of a matter is pretty much dependent on the future context in a view. Okay, so depending on which row we're looking at, each row, all right, is related to a particular year or related to a particular stock. Then this kind of restriction, okay, focus on a particular stock on a particular year is basically the future context. This future context is going to be applied to the original data, and the mirror, when the mirror try to calculate the output, is the mirror is only going to work on the future data after we apply this future context to the original data. Okay, we're only going to work on this subset of data after we apply this future context. Then the mirror is going to calculate the value and give the output based on the future context we're working on. So to sum up, the mirror exists in a zero, and in a zero there's an important future context on which the mirror is gonna do its own calculation. And in a data table, we have calculated columns. In a data table, we have many different rows, and each row provides a row context for the calculated column to find what the value is going to take for that particular row. Okay, so this is a kind of a little bit confusing but very different ideas. All right, data table will have calculated columns, and data table provides a row context for getting the correct value of the calculated column on each row of that table. Okay, in a zero, there's no row context. However, there's future context. The future context in the zero is going to determine how the original data is going to be filtered, and then the mirror which exists in a zero is going to use the data after applying the future context to find out the correct output for each particular future context.